Picture this: Tuesday morning, stuck in city traffic, heading to a new coffee spot. My phone's calm voice chimes in 200 meters, turn left onto Orchard Road. It's my co-pilot, seamlessly guiding me while I juggle merging lanes and street signs. We barely notice these digital voices anymore, but they're everywhere. GPS, smart speakers, even our phones announcing callers. This is text-to-speech, or TTS, turning written words into speech. We take for granted how natural these voices sound now, but it wasn't always this way. Remember those old GPS voices? Robotic, choppy, and hilariously bad at street names. Today, the line between human and machine is blurred. The voice guiding me is smooth, confident, and almost human. This leap from clunky assistant to lifelike companion is what we're exploring. It's the story of how we taught machines not just to read but to speak. From clever programming to deep learning, it's a fascinating journey. The voice telling me to turn left isn't just a recording. It's synthesized in real time, just for me. Let's dive into how we got here. Early TTS was all about concatenative synthesis. Imagine a huge library of recorded sounds, syllables, words, phrases, painstakingly captured by voice actors. When the computer needed to speak, it stitched together these snippets like a digital ransom note. That's why old GPS voices sounded so choppy and robotic. The clarity was there, since each word was a real recording, but transitions were awkward and unnatural. Human speech flows, these systems couldn't replicate that. The rhythm was off, the pitch was flat, and there was no emotion. Building these databases was a massive effort, but the results always felt limited. No matter how many recordings you had, you couldn't capture the full nuance of real speech. Concatenative synthesis was the best we could do for years, but it had a ceiling. To sound truly human, we needed a new approach, one that could create, not just assemble. That's where the next revolution began. We had to move beyond stitching and start generating. The quest for natural speech was just getting started. Enter neural networks. Modern TTS is powered by neural networks, AI inspired by the human brain. Instead of a dictionary of sounds, we give the AI thousands of hours of speech and text. The AI learns the relationship between letters and sound waves. Systems like WaveNet and Takatron 2 use a two-step process. First, they convert text into a spectrogram, a visual blueprint of sound. Then, a vocoder turns that blueprint into actual audio, building the sound wave from scratch. This allows for smooth, natural transitions and detailed, realistic speech. The AI isn't limited to words it's heard before. It learns the rules of speech itself. It can pronounce new words, handle complex sentences, and even mimic accents or emotions. This is the leap from memorizing phrases to truly speaking. Generating speech, not just assembling it, is what makes modern TTS so lifelike. The result? Voices that sound human, flexible, and expressive. It's a paradigm shift in how machines talk. Realistic speech isn't just about words, it's about prosody rhythm, pitch, pauses, emotion. Early TTS missed this, sounding flat and robotic. Modern neural TTS learns the patterns of human speech, picking up on how we raise our pitch for questions or pause for commas. The AI infers prosody from text, adjusting intonation for questions, energy for exclamations, and even emotional tone. You can guide it to sound happy, sad, or excited. This control over prosody and emotion transforms TTS from a utility to a true communication tool. Audiobooks gain drama, assistants sound empathetic, and even your GPS can deliver directions with a sense of calm. The musicality of speech is what bridges the gap between reading and truly speaking. That's the magic of modern TTS. It's not just a voice, it's a performance. Deep learning is the secret sauce behind today's TTS. Neural networks with many layers learn from data, starting with basic sounds and building up to full sentences with natural prosody. We don't program rules, we show the AI thousands of examples and it figures out the patterns. This approach delivers voices that are clear, consistent, and coherent. Unlike old systems, there's no jarring shift in tone or background noise. The entire sentence is generated by a unified model, making it sound like a single person. The leap in realism is staggering. Modern TTS can be hard to distinguish from a real human. It's not just an upgrade, it's a transformation. The robotic voice is history. Deep learning has given machines a truly human touch. High-quality TTS is everywhere, transforming lives and industries. For people with visual impairments, it's a digital lifeline, reading web pages, emails, and messages. For those who've lost their voice, TTS can recreate a unique, personal voice from old recordings. In customer service, natural-sounding bots handle routine queries, making interactions smoother and more efficient. Public announcements at airports and stations benefit from clarity and consistency. Content creators use TTS for videos and podcasts, speeding up production and lowering barriers. In gaming, TTS gives thousands of characters unique voices, making worlds feel alive. From smart assistants to translation apps, TTS is an invisible but essential part of daily life. It helps kids learn to read, powers corporate training, and confirms your pizza order. The applications are endless, and TTS keeps getting better. It's making our world more accessible, efficient, and connected. We hear it every day, often without even noticing. That's the mark of great technology. As TTS gets closer to perfect, ethical questions arise. Voice cloning can restore lost voices and open creative opportunities, but it also enables deepfakes and scams. Imagine a scammer mimicking your voice or a political deepfake causing chaos. When you can't trust what you hear, communication itself is at risk. Consent and ownership are critical. Who controls your voice data? Can companies use your voice recordings without permission? What about actors after they're gone? These are real legal and ethical dilemmas. We need clear rules and strong consent for voice data. TTS is powerful and its impact depends on how we use it. The benefits are immense, but so are the risks. As users and creators, we must demand transparency and safeguards. The future of voice is being synthesized now. Let's make sure it speaks for good.